Alright, looks like we are live again after a good while. Took a bit of a break, but we are back and we are ready to start some art and junk. Where are we at? As soon as I find, there we are. There's the Twitch. Yeah, that way I can pull up my, pull up the chat here as well as on the, just in case. Alright. Good stuff. So, what are we doing tonight? We are going to be making a horse. So let's go ahead and get this sphere in here just to go ahead and get this started. Change the mat cap. We do something. What about skin shade? Make this a little darker, I think. Yeah, get a little more contrast, make it look a little better. I think that looks good. So let me go ahead and I'm actually going to also find this reference that we're looking at. So I know that we're doing a horse. And currently, let's go ahead and check that out. So we're doing a horse. That's the front. That's the side. So let's go ahead and just move this. Well, first we want to put on symmetry. There we go. And just lengthen this out here, since we know it's going to need lengthened anyway. And then let's find out the reference image that we need. Probably go with just a regular. Okay, so that's not. Yeah, okay. Think. Aha, here we go. Okay, so it is just a regular old horse. Nothing special. We're gonna go ahead and, well, I mean, there is a lot of stuff special, but we're gonna start off with just a horse base. So let's look up a reference image of a horse for us. Oh, I appreciate the follow there. WLADPO. Alright, let's find a horse. Horse. Okay. We'll go ahead and start from the head and we'll move our way up. So, move this. Kind of quickly rough in just a quick shape. It's going to be a little thinner towards here. Okay. And then now we rough in the horse shape, or the horse head. Alright. And this is going to be separate, so we are going to end up separating that as, you know, eventually. We want, obviously, the head to be larger in the back than it is in the front, as snouts and heads usually are. That's a little too big. Alright. gonna look real silly there for a good while. But that's the beauty of 3D art. It looks real silly until it doesn't. We're just blocking some stuff out, giving ourselves some space to... This is obviously going to end up being proportioned a lot differently. Right now, it looks kind of like a dog, which is fine. You know, dogs and horses, it's like the same thing, right? I love the beginning stages of 3D. You gotta love it. It is really hot in my house right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and just... Horse face. Let's get this. We're gonna turn on Sculptress mode, because we're just gonna start off on it. So it gives us jawline. Jawline goes into the snout, which has a much lower... There we go. And then horses have these really thick neck muscles. So that's cool. Gotta love some good neck muscles. We have... Let's go ahead and just raise these ears up, just so we can get them out of the way. And we'll come back to them later once we have more. And they are going to be a little smaller than that, but you know, just to have them in place for now. And then we're going to have eyebrows here with the, well, you know what, that's a little too far up. The eyes are going to be smaller, about right here. All right. And then we have a bit of a flat out here with a little bit of a that's good. Lower that. Thin this out. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and cut in here for now. And then we have some good old eye muscles that we're going to add, just carve in here. Alright, let's just smooth some of this out. Give ourselves a little bit more even geometry. Let's give this, ooh. Yeah, put this in perspective mode. So we do have a cut in here. So this kind of cuts in and in like that. And there's a separation. And then we have something like that. And then we have that as well. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and start on the mouth here. And then this actually ends up being slightly in. Oop. Okay. Now the mouth kind of looks a little silly right now, but I think that's also because we do not have a nose at the moment. So let's go ahead and fix that. Thicken this out for a second, and then we're gonna go back in. Okay. Let's smooth that out because we're going to adjust the size. Okay, it's real thin towards the end here. All right, let's smooth that out as well. And then this actually also has a good old in-between thing going on here. And then we're gonna trim this out because this is sticking out just a bit too much. All right, starting to look a little bit more like a horse face at least. The body, not so much, but. And we're gonna actually thin that out again, push that back. I need to find a front view of a horse, because at the moment, the side view looks okay, but the front view's kinda sketchy. So, well, thank you, Ractopterodactyl, something, for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy this wonderful horse sculpting stream. Currently figuring out the anatomy of the face. You know, I've studied a lot of human anatomy, but horse anatomy, that's the one thing that I've maybe not the one thing. There's definitely anatomy of a lot of different animals that I haven't studied, but I don't know. I'm glad I'm doing this because I've been wanting to do a horse for a while. Last time I did a horse was, I'd say, freshman year of college when I first started learning ZBrush. And that horse turned out terribly. So I'm glad to redeem myself here. Alright, so round off the skull there a bit more. That's looking... Oop, I accidentally touched the butt. Alright, let's smooth out the eyebrow again. Alright. You know what? It looks like the eyes are actually facing more toward... So we have the eyes facing towards the side. It looks like they actually face a bit more towards the front, like this. Maybe not exactly like that, but it looks like... Okay, so if we push this in, maybe something like that, it might make the front area look a little better. Get rid of the sharp edges here. But yeah, I think this part should be, yeah, something like that. And then we'll... It looks like a very angry horse at the moment. This horse is not happy. I assume the skull's gonna go in like that. I know this is flatter. Alright. So we're getting, looks like this is almost blocked out the way I need it to be. Definitely need to, yeah, something like that. And then now, okay, so this is gonna be more like a triangle for sure. So this is gonna be down, and this is gonna be out much more than it is. Okay. And then, yeah, I think that's also something that's holding it back, is this is gotta readjust the way this whole body. Okay, because we need you, Mr. Head, to be down. Okay. Da, da. Something like that. We're gonna have to get a line on how the how this forms. About to switch references here in a second. Okay, let me find another horse reference. Something a little more profile view. Okay, yeah, this one will work. Oh, and then I just took it away. Ah, actually, that was probably for the best because I actually saw something a lot better. So. Yeah, that's the beautiful body of this horse. Alright, so let's... Oop. Make sure we got it enough. Okay, so we want you to be out more here. Okay. We don't want to make it quite a giraffe or anything, but we do want the neck to be a little long. Oop. Alright. Let me see if I can't get this picture a bit bigger here. Oof. Alright. Not bad. So we're gonna have to do a good muscly shape here for the shoulders. That's what I love about horses, is they're like one of the only other animals besides humans and apes that have really defined musculature. And I love sculpting myself some musculature. I think I'm gonna have to widen this area for sure. Let's get this kinda... Yeah, definitely gonna have to widen this part. Put that in. It looks real silly right now. But I promise, it'll only look silly for the first little bit. Alright. We're gonna just give him some abs real quick, just for the fuck of it, until we get to that part of the body. Alright. And now work on cutting in some of these muscles. Okay. Wrap around. There we go. Something like that. And then I don't have a front view yet, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. But I do know that this part is a little more in, and they do have a clavicle, so we'll end up having to do something more with that later. Something to keep in mind when you're doing 3D art is to not have, to try to eliminate the amount of bumpiness that you have, like lumpiness. Like that, and you could do that with the polish brush or the trim brush, or you know, whatever kind of brush you feel like. Smooth brush works too, but smooth, if you over smooth stuff, it kind of looks a little janky. So a lot of the times I like to use the trim brush, so I can, you know, make it not so bumpy, but also make it look okay, at least until I finish doing the details. Just for those aspiring 3D artists out there. Okay. Definitely looks like a pygmy horse here. This, I am gonna, you know what, for now, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Oh, nope, we isolated it. Reverse direction. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, this way we'll get rid of the limbs for now, and then we'll worry about them later. Geometry, and we will, modify topology, mirror and weld. There we go. Make it look a little more like an actual horse with, you know, painted on abs. I do not know why I gave the horse abs, but it's hilarious, and I will commit to that fact. All right, he has this little camel hump here. From the back muscles. Okay. And then, all right, we're gonna have to make the horse not so anorexic anymore. So we're gonna smooth this out. We're gonna get rid of the abs. The horse stopped working out for a while. Had one too many beers. All right. Give you a good old stomach. And we're not gonna bother with the genitals or anything on this thing, because it is going to be like an armored horse. so it's kind of pointless to worry about that at the moment. Alright, this is going to be cut in. Alright. Can't wait to model that horse butt. Am I right? Alright, this needs to be a bit longer. Ooh. Yeah, something about that. Okay, and we'll smooth that out, make the topology a little better. Kind of look at this a little bit. We're gonna want to bulk out this area, thin in that area, give this a bit more dimension, because it is in fact an animal and not a, you know, not just a tube. So, alright, now, let's get into the horse butt. That didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to. Alright, bulk this part out. Rise that up a bit. Horsetail's gonna go here. So we'll make a little spot for that real quick. All right, and then we're going to kind of roughen the muscles. Pull this out a bit more. Whoop. Use the good old inflate tool to get that kind of, you know, give you some more geometry to work with. All right. Thicken up that horse tuchus. Cut away some of the lumpiness, smooth it out. All right. Want this to look like it actually has form, because it should actually have form. Okay. Now this, yeah, muscles are very three-dimensional, so we want to make them three-dimensional. Alright. Thicken this up, because we're gonna have legs that go there eventually. Okay. Alright, let's look at it far away. This needs to be a little longer, a little thinner. Okay. Alright, thicken this part out. Some of that good old bumpiness out of there. And then we're gonna do the same thing we did before, which was, well, first we're gonna smooth out some of the bad areas. And then we're going to cut out where the muscles are. So we have a muscle right here. Okay. We have a muscle, this leads in to one here. And this goes around. All right, and this one kind of looks like it, I mean, it has like a slight separation here, but it more or less kind of blends into the rest, which is kind of interesting. You figure the leg muscles would have a lot more definition to them. But again, this is just one horse, so that's why you look at multiple references. Alright, and then we're just going to go ahead and do a quick smooth over here. Alright, and now we can do, I think we can start on the legs. You know, this actually, let's move this like that, and this head will actually do this. Yeah, that's about where it should be. That said, I think actually okay, this needs to be a bit thicker. And then this definitely needs to be much thicker, I think. So we're actually going to increase the size of this. Yeah, that way the proportions are a bit better. I'm gonna lead this kind of into the rest of the body, which I guess this does have a lot of separation here, so maybe we don't. Oop, that was the wrong brush. All right, so this will give the horse a bit more of a belly. Thicken up them hamstrings, and then okay, let's go back to Trim Dynamic to get rid of some of this lumpiness. And then Smooth Tool. All right. Yeah, this does have quite a harsh separation there. It's got this interesting little indent here as well, which I'm assuming is just the pinched muscles. But again, I'm not a horse anatomy expert. I just calls it like I sees it. All right, this has a bit of a muscle here. And then, you know, actually this is going to be a lot thicker. So, much more like this. Kind of. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll smooth that out a bit because it looks a bit ridiculous. All right, it's got another little interesting muscle going on here. This kind of goes in and under like that, so that's interesting. All right. There we go. All right, now we can start on the actual legs. Blocking those out. Well, here. notice this head's a little weird. I'm gonna fix that. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and get ourselves started on the legs. So we're gonna append a good old cylinder here. Gonna thin it out, lengthen it out. All right. Now, let's go ahead and just shape this bad boy up. So the front legs are super, super skinny. And we're going to kind of give it some form. Ooh, okay. All right. Smooth these out. You don't want it too high definition just yet. Okay, no problem. Okay, and we have, oop, a little bit of a elbow going on there. Okay. I'm gonna have to get a better reference for this, but we're gonna get the basic form down at least. And this one's a little, yep. Okay. And now we need that hoof, which looks interesting. I've honestly never really paid attention, but this has like, they have like a little back toe here. All right, and then let's go ahead and, yeah, they have like a, whoa, that looks real weird. Here we go. Kind of looks like a growth right now. Lord. All right, smooth that out. And now, do the profile view. And that. We're gonna flatten out a bit later, but we wanna round it out now. Okay. Smooth that out. Extend it more. All right, trim dynamic this bad boy. Whoa. Okay, and now we're gonna go in, gonna kinda trim this hell edge here. I'm gonna have to look at some more reference on what a horse hoof looks like. This looks a little strange. I thought it was pretty straightforward, to be honest, but you know, it turns out it's really complicated. Maybe not really complicated, but it's complicated enough to need more reference. this is the general shape. I need to figure out about the toes and the rest of this. All right. Let's zoom out for now. This needs to be longer. Ah! That's not what I was doing. There we go. Okay. And now we can kind of push that like that. And... oh! Didn't mean to do that. And then we can... oop. Well, that's not what I wanted either. All right. Make this a little like this. Something like that. And then we'll duplicate this deformation mirror. And then we'll merge it all together. And I will Dynamesh this. Let's go ahead and Dynamesh this bad boy. Okay, yeah, that works. How dense is that? It's pretty dense. But we can... ooh. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely... the shoulders need to be a little bit farther down for sure. And then this needs to be more connected. All right, and then we're gonna cut into here. All right, there we go. Give it a bit more form, bit more dynamics. And then smooth that out a bit more. Ooh. All right, and I think this needs to be a little farther in. Kind of like that. We'll get those. Well, maybe. It does feel like these are a bit. Yeah, let's. Oop. Pull them out a bit. All right. All right, this is much more beefy. And we also have our good old muscle right here. Okay. It looks a little strange, I'll be honest, at least from the front. Side's not too bad. The front needs work. Wonder if the head doesn't seem too small, but maybe it's Maybe it needs to be something like that and little less. I'm gonna get a front view of a horse so we can get to the bottom of why the front view looks a little weird. Alright. Let's go look at the front view real quick and see what we can find. What is that? A horse wore a suit today, apparently. Or at least whenever this was taken. I don't know why, but that's a reference that I now have. So that's cool. There's boxing horses. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Can we get a front view? Is that possible? Or do they just only look good from the side and that's why? Well, I mean, yeah, the perspective looks a little off. Okay, yeah, never mind. The perspective does look a little off though on this. I mean, I might need to adjust that here in a little bit. Where in the balls is? Oh, here's a front view. Here's something we can find. Oh, not bad. Okay, I can dig it. It's not exactly what I was expecting, I guess, but we have, this is filled in more, and then the cuts from the neck here are a little bit wider and go into, yeah, something like that. Nice. All right. All right. And then we have the chest does not look like a butt. It in fact does look like a chest. Okay. Now we do have a bit of a, we have like an armpit situation going on here. Okay. Oop, don't want to do that. Smooth that out. Now it does look like, okay, this needs to be out a little more. And then this also needs to be out a little more. And then we're gonna work specifically on the hoofs here in a second because those look atrocious. But hey. Alright. The horse image that I have here is super veiny too. Which I don't think I'm going to include. Specifically because the reference image that they have is not veiny. So I'm gonna pretend like it's not a veiny horse. God, these hooves. They are the bane of my existence. I definitely need to find reference on those so that I can stop looking at the ones I've created from the limited amount that I've seen. Okay, let's work a little bit more on the ears here. Let's get these kind of going, looking a little better. Yeah. Something more actual ear-like. Alright. Ooh. That was a bit too deep of a cut. Alright. It's looking a little better here. And then we'll thin out this area, because horse ears are surprisingly small for the giantness of a horse. I don't know what evolution decided to do with horses, but they were like, what if we made this thing that runs real fast, and then we give it just this massive body for running, but the ears, they don't need to hear anything. They're gonna be running so fast. Why would they need to hear anything? I actually kind of want to look up how well horses can hear. Oh, let's turn off Sculptress mode for this. All right. Well, hello, the kind follower. How are you today? Or tonight, or whatever time it is currently. All right. Yeah, those ears are passable, I'd say. Maybe we do need to thicken up the horse head here. I am indeed. It's kind of a blend of Sculptress mode and regular. I adjust based on what I'm doing in the moment. Gotta keep it versatile, you know? You don't want to stick yourself in one place for too long, because it could cause issues. Like whenever you use the pinch brush or the inflate tool, both of those are not very good in Sculptress mode, so I usually turn it off for that. Oh, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Alright. Oh, you know what, that actually, this... I think the upper part of the head needs to be thinner. It's gonna be a fully grown horse. The proportions are a little off at the moment, but but we're just kind of blocking this out, and then we'll worry about the proportions after we're done. It's a little stubby for a full-grown horse at the moment. Okay. We're gonna... I can't get over this front view. It's, it's a little crazy. All right. Push the jaw back. Alright, that's not the worst in the world, but I do think that this neck needs to be thinner, and that's what's causing the, a lot of the issues. No, just good old Google. Just Google imaging some horse pictures and then working off of those. Okay, so this is much more just a circle. Yeah, I need to get the anatomy of the head proper here. So it looks like this is kind of chunked out a bit. So we're gonna... I've actually never used PureRef. Does it do anything special, or is it just for reference pictures? Because I've heard of it, but I've never actually used it. Okay, and then we also have... Ah, I see. So we have this cut out a little bit as well. Alright. Yeah, I think I've seen like one other person on YouTube or something use it. But I don't actually know what it does. But I guess, I mean, ultimately, I suppose it probably just saves pictures, but I think there's got to be more to it, because otherwise, you know, what would be the difference between that and Google? Alright, that's starting to look a bit better. Alright. At least the head's looking okay in that in there. The neck actually isn't too bad either. Alright. I think the top of the head's still too... Yeah, we're gonna flatten that out a bit more, dig into it a bit more. But yeah, if you say PureRef is worth it, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. It does look that way. Yeah, that might be a part of the reason it's looking a little strange as well. Yeah, that actually looks a little bit better there. Let's get rid of that bump there on the neck. Okay, alright. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that was a good call, for sure. Alright. Alright, so we'll forget about the head for now, and then we'll go into the, Oh, you know what? That actually might be something to look at too, is the belly portion seems to be a bit larger in the middle. So that is something to consider as well. Bit better there, for sure. I will take a look at that here in just a second. Oh, actually, I think I could take a look at it now. It won't mess up anything. You know what? I think the body needs to be longer as well again. The more I thicken the boy up, the more I realize that the body's a bit stubby. You know what, actually, let's go ahead and decimate this real quick. That way we can work with it a bit easier. Oh, I can see the connection muscle a lot better from this angle, actually. Alright, so decimate that boy. There we go. Now we can work with this a lot better. I think maybe, oop. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's looking a little better, actually. I can dig it. I'll have to work on the anatomy a little bit more on that one. But I think that turned out all right. I think that's about the length that it needs to be. Maybe the rear end's a bit too far up, though. That's possible. You know what, actually, here, let's do this. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. I graduated a long time ago. I have a bachelor's degree in animation. This is for a client. We're doing, they're gonna 3D print this out once we're all done with it. It's actually, mentioned earlier, this is one of the first horses I've done since like freshman year of college. I think my first ever ZBrush project was like a bas relief sculpture, and it turned out horribly. It was a not a good experience. But that's what improvement's for. You live and you learn. But yeah, I've been working in ZBrush now for going on 10 years. Oh, I always forget about this song. There we go. Okay, let me go ahead and I want to check out that that pure ref that you have here. Let me check this. Put my pen down for a second. Yeah, let me check that out real quick. Ooh. Alright. Oh! Well, that's interesting. I take it you can zoom in really far to this. Okay, so gotcha. That's really neat. I like that a lot. Okay. Is this just a website or what? Like the Pure Ref. Okay, yeah, I've definitely seen that on seen that used. So is it just okay? Huh, yeah, I usually just combine all my references in Photoshop and then zoom in that way, but if this makes it easier, then that'll be cool. Okay, good shit. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out for sure. It'll be a lot easier than opening up a bunch of pictures in Photoshop and getting a big canvas and just pasting them all in. Yeah, that'll save a lot of time, I'm sure. Whew. All right. Let's get the good old snake hook tool out of here. I don't use that very often. We can work with it. Fuck it. Just get a tail out of here real quick and something real rough, real simple. And then we'll go back and fix it later. Because I think it actually has to be positioned, if I remember the reference correctly. Let's shrink this end here. Ah! Oh! I was... This is what happens when you don't pay attention. But yeah, alright. Let's just inflate that a bit and we'll work with it later. Well, or we can work with it now. Because it is a little bugging me. Let's just kind of move it down. But yeah, this does have to be positioned, like posed, so I want to keep it as low resolution as possible at the moment, but I also don't want it to look like butt. Alright. Alright. It's gonna have hair on it anyway. Alright. We are actually going to take a break real quick. I'm going to use the restroom, and I will be right back. All right, and we are back. I see the kind follower had to go to sleep. I appreciate you sticking around, and you have yourself good sleep, even though you're probably already gone. But just in case you see this later. But yeah. Get our trusty dusty glove on. All right. Now let's get these hind legs working. Okay. Okay, alright. I can see why this kind of looks a little off here. So it does have a bit of kind of a bit of a thing going on here. So let's do that. Let's add some veins. Let's see if we can't make this look interesting. Yeah, all right. All right, let's kind of connect the bridge here. Alright. Thicken this up a bit. Now we don't want to add too many here. Just surface level. All right. Just get some nice little details going on here. All right. Oh, don't want to do that. Or that. Hitting all the wrong buttons here. Let's make this area a bit thicker. All right. Do. Oh, too much. There we go. There we go. It's kind of want the neck and the shoulders to be kind of connected here. So we're gonna do that. And get, oop. We're gonna turn Sculptress off for a second and just kind of give this a good once over with the smooth tool. Decrease the intensity of these details just a bit. All right. All right. All right, here in a little bit, we are going to stop as soon as we block out the, oop. I think my phone may have died. Alright, so let's see if we can't pull up some reference for this horse. Okay. You know what? Alright, that actually, that helps a whole lot. Let's get this off to the side here. And then let's get my horse involved. And we'll start, yeah. This is a really good profile view that we have going on, so I think that'll help us develop this horse further. Okay. It looks like it has a lot more of an arch in the back. The length of the neck is a lot more dramatic. So let's pull it out just a bit more. Okay, we're just gonna move this a bit. Nothing special just yet. Just kind of get it a little out of the way. But still looking okay. Okay. So let's actually, let's kind of smooth this out a bit and get rid of a lot of the details so we can go in and easier mess with it later. And then we do have looks like this. So we need all right. Ooh, all right. That's actually a good. That's a good detail right there. One right here, kind of in there. Yeah, that makes it look a little better. Thicken this area up. Okay. All right, and then we have, so this, something we missed earlier, which I think will help shape this a lot better, is we have this separation here. There we go. Alright, we're gonna flatten that out a bit. Alright. All right. Yeah, this looks a whole lot better than earlier. I like this reference a lot more than the other one. This one's a lot higher definition, very much more straight on. Alright, let's get, so we have something like this. Ooh, that was the wrong part of the body. We do, well, you know, this is okay for the most part, but I would prefer it to be a bit smaller. There we go. Much better. I think this needs to be larger and more connected to the neck. All right. That's looking a lot better. Hey, Zeppy64, how you doing? Sorry, I had my reference blocking the chat there for a second. Didn't notice until the last minute. Let me refresh that so that way I can actually see new chatters. All right. So let's get ourselves another cylinder. We're gonna turn this into a leg. Okay, and so this needs to be back here. Thicken this up. There we go. All right, so what do we have? We have a bone. Oop, a bit too thick of a bone. So we have a bone here. Goes up into there. Then we have another one here. Connects. And then we have one here. Goes down below. We have another one there. Another one here. We have there we go. Oop. All right, got the good old hamstring. Now this is gonna need to shrink just a bit. Okay. And what we're gonna do is gonna be an interesting thing here. We're gonna duplicate this. We're gonna flip it. Then we're gonna merge down again. We're going to Dynamesh it. Well, actually, we're gonna wait to Dynamesh it. I forgot. So we're actually going to duplicate the horse, then we're going to snag this bit. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a bit weird looking. All right, let's actually take the perspective off so that way we can level this. So it's actually going to be around, around here. We're going to make them a little bigger. And then we're going to cut that, cut that off. Move this down. All right, we're getting there. All right. All right, this actually has something like this. Let's go ahead and trim this down. Oh, of course. Always selecting the wrong tool, because that's how we roll. All right. Huh. This is interesting. Maybe... Okay, alright. So maybe this goes a little farther ahead than I previously thought. Alright. Kind of curve it a little bit more than it had before. Okay. Yeah, all right, that's looking a bit better. Let's merge these down. And then we will select this. And we're actually gonna rotate this again. Shrink it a bit. Okay. And then we're gonna bring this up a bit. And then bring this up a bit, bring this down a bit. Oh yeah, that's right, we didn't Dynamesh. Dynamesh! Alright. Perspective. There we go. We're on track. All right. All right, we have, let's see, we have this. This muscle here. Still have this muscle. All right. All right. And that looks like we're gonna end this for now. Actually, let's see what happens when we do something like this. All right, now let's see. All right, we're gonna smooth that out. Something like that. All right, yeah, that's not too bad. And we'll pump out that belly a bit more. Kind of straighten her out. Yet again, I do think that we need to... Well, let's decimate it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Bow 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 bow. Bow bow. All right, now we decimate it, and then we grab this. I think that is pretty good as far as that's concerned. All right, cool. I think we are good for now. And I am going to find a good person to just go ahead and raid with our one viewer. Let's go down. Do 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 do. All right, it's French. There we go. Traditional artist.
I think the sketchy website.
What's her name? All right, I'm gonna go /raid Mattis XO. There we go. All right, I enjoyed it. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.